Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your boy, the SeanDavieWay Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in and tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you another installment of Surviving Beyonce. And this time, we'll talk about other artists that Beyonce may have had unalived, deleted, whatever you want to call it. These artists are no longer with us, and it's eerie how Beyonce is always connected to the passing of a celebrity. All of the information that we're about to get into is alleged. We don't have any facts backing any of the information, but there are opinions and conspiracies that have been brought up because some things aren't a coincidence and some things simply just are. We'll leave that up to you. So again, everything that I'm about to say is alleged. I have no proof to back up anything that I'm saying. We will start this installment off with J. Cole. His song She Knows ran circles around the internet, and the internet detectives and conspiracists jumped right on the bandwagon, reading in between the lines to try to figure out exactly who is she and what exactly does she know. I'm the type of content creator that doesn't just jump on anything. It takes more, meaning there has to be something tangible behind the conversation in order to spark my interest or make me go, And some of the things that I'm about to read to you definitely made me do so because it made me get into research mode. I don't jump on random conversations like Reddit or Twitter, TikTok, things like that. But if you have something solid, then I'm going to be all over it. And if you are a reputable source like the Tribune, which we're about to read from, I'm interested. Let's get into what the Tribune had to say about J. Cole and the song She Knows. Internet suggests J. Cole She Knows links Aaliyah, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Michael Jackson's deaths to Diddy. A viral TikTok theory has brought renewed attention to J. Cole's 2013 track, She Knows, sparking online discussions linking the song's lyrics to the deaths of Aaliyah, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Michael Jackson. The theory suggests that Beyonce and Jay-Z and Diddy were somehow involved in the deaths of the three artists, who coincidentally all passed on the 25th of different months. This theory is based on a lyric from J. Cole's song that mentions rest in peace to Aaliyah, rest in peace to Left Eye, Michael Jackson, I see ya. Aaliyah died in a plane crash on August 25th, 2001. Lisa Left Eye Lopez died in a car accident on April 25th, 2002. And Michael Jackson passed away on June 25th, 2009 from cardiac arrest. At first, I thought the internet was grasping for straws. I said, oh, they're bored. They're just doing things because the Diddy information is drying up, because that's why I feel that this information is coming out in 2025 at all. Again, this article was published in July of 2025 for the Tribune. And I'm thinking, okay, well, obviously, Diddy trial, everybody's going to his past and connecting dots to say what he's responsible for or what they think he's responsible for. So the J. Cole piece coming in, I'm just like, oh, okay, it's a coincidence. You people are just bored. Because if you do your research, you know that J. Cole was basically brought out by Jay-Z, and he's featured on Beyonce songs and whatnot. They've collaborated in the past, and he's worked arm in arm with Jay-Z. So why would basically Jay-Z's artist be out here trying to out Beyonce? He's not. He's outing Diddy because it seems as if J. Cole has issue with Diddy, and Diddy is linked to Aaliyah, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Michael Jackson's passings. The song isn't necessarily linking Beyonce directly to them, but more so of Diddy being like their hitman, if you will. I'm not a big fan of coincidences, so listening to J. Cole bring up Aaliyah, Michael Jackson, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez, he could have brought up anyone in 2013. There's so many fallen legends from the past, like Tupac's and on and so forth, that he could have said their names and said that I see ya and whatnot. So there's a direct connection to the three passings is what I feel that J. Cole is aligning in the song. All three of these people passing away on the 25th, and all three of these people being in direct competition with Beyonce makes complete sense. Although it's a theory, although it's a conspiracy, the conspiracy was starting to make a little bit more sense to me. So that's what made me dive in further. And let's do just that. Shout out to Airmail News. Earlier, I explained how Beyonce and Jay-Z allegedly have had Diddy as their hitman. And the song that J. Cole did, She Knows, which she is supposed to be a nickname for Sean, which is Sean Carter, Jay-Z. And Knows is supposed to be Knowles as Beyonce. And we'll break that down a little bit more too. So he's saying she knows as in Sean knows as in they know. What they allegedly know is that Diddy has been taking these people out for Beyonce. So anytime an artist would rise too high to affect Beyonce's fame or stardom, Diddy would allegedly have them taken out. Now, think back in the past about Diddy having Tupac taken out and him having Biggie taken out and on and so forth. So this is why they call Diddy the celebrity hitman in the elite world. This conspiracy touches on a lot of situations, even the night at the VMAs with Taylor Swift and Kanye West. From what I'm gathering, Kanye West may be innocent that night. He may have been helping Taylor Swift that night more than what we know. But we're going to get into that too. Yes, Kanye West may have been misunderstood from that night. There is a method to his madness. But shout out to Airmail News, and let's get into that first. One of these bizarre conspiracy concerns that night at the VMAs, and it stems from Combs' decades-old friendship with Beyonce and her husband, Jay-Z, which goes back to the 90s New York when both men were trying to break into the music industry. Jay-Z even collaborated on Combs' 1997 debut studio album, No Way Out, and the trio have been photographed together at countless birthday, holiday, and award show parties. Beyonce, who has lost more than 1 million Instagram followers since Combs was arrested, still has a photo of him and Jay-Z on her profile captioned, "Happy Birthday, Diddy." The post from 2019 is now flooded with comments demanding that she delete it, while more recent posts are riddled with boycott calls. So far, neither Jay-Z nor Beyonce has publicly addressed Combs' arrest. Side note, I believe the reason Jay-Z nor Beyonce have commented on Diddy's arrest is because both of them are planning on still being cool with Diddy. Their relationship goes back really far, so it's not easily broken. That's why people were so flabbergasted when Sean Carter, Jay-Z, came forward and said that he and Diddy were not friends. People are just like, Shaggy? Like, are you okay? What are you talking about? Y'all just did the Rock Nation brunch for how many years together and collaborations and at each other's clubs and parties and all that. What do you mean you're not friends? If Jay-Z wasn't friends with Diddy, then why not stand against Diddy when you're being accused of some of the same things, even in the same set lawsuit with Diddy? It's giving, if you're not cool with them, then just denounce him. If you're not going to denounce Diddy, then it gives that Jay-Z and Beyonce fully plan on continuing and have continued their relationship with Diddy. And I do think that they support Diddy in silence. So behind the scenes, or they'll have certain people from their team reach out or help them with attorneys and whatnot. I think we would be very surprised to see how many checks that Beyonce and Jay-Z have probably written for Diddy since he has been incarcerated. But let's move right along. A conspiracy theory alleges that when other artists became a threat to Beyonce, Combs would have them KILLED'd. The proof, or so the TikTok sleuths claim, lies in the lyrics of J. Cole's 2013 hit song, She Knows. J. Cole's lyrics read, "She knows. Only bad thing about a star is they burn up. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. Rest in peace to Left Eye. Michael Jackson, I'll see ya just as soon as I die." The lyrics refer to R&B singers Aaliyah Houghton and Lisa Left Eye Lopez, who were gaining popularity in the music industry around the same time as Beyonce when they both died in freak accidents. A 2001 plane crash in the Bahamas unalived Aaliyah, while Lopez passed away the following year in a car accident in Honduras. Side note, again, it got me thinking. I never really paid attention to the fact that both women passed away outside of the country a year apart, and both of them died on the 25th of the month of leaving this world. Coincidence or planned? I would have you refer to my other videos that I've done on survivings with Beyonce to look at the relationship between her and Aaliyah and why Beyonce would have been either jealous of Aaliyah or how Aaliyah was direct competition. So it will make sense if someone was stating that Beyonce or her team may have had something to do with Aaliyah leaving this world. What isn't understood is Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Why would Beyonce want Lisa Left Eye taken off the planet? Lisa Left Eye Lopez was not direct competition to Beyonce. Who she was direct competition to was Destiny's Child. TLC was a problem. With big hits like No Scrubs, etc., they were the biggest female group on the planet. No group was bigger than TLC. So where does Destiny's Child fit in when you are coming on the heels of a group as solidified and big as TLC? Groups lose members all the time and then they bounce back. Like Destiny's Child, their group was a revolving door. You look up, you see 4 girls, then you look up, you see 2 different girls, but it's still 4. Then you look up again, and it's just 3 girls of the new group that you just seen. So Beyonce's group Destiny's Child made it through the storm. Who didn't was TLC. Destiny's Child was centered around Beyonce. Beyonce was the star of the group, always has been the star of the group, and still is the star of Destiny's Child. But TLC was evenly yoked. Each member had a role. You had T-Boz with a beautiful, sexy, sultry voice. Then you had Chili coming in with a very soft but heavenly sound. And then you had the wild card, which was Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Each member of the group made the group. That was not a group that had a lead singer that could run the show. Meaning, Beyonce could be Destiny's Child without the other members. She can show up and do a tour of all of the Destiny's Child songs and not need either one of the other girls. She could even sing their parts and people would be A-okay with it. But with TLC, they never bounced back because they were so evenly yoked. Everybody that was in love with that group loved all 3 members. They all had an intricate role to play, and they did just that. So when you lose one of the variables, you lose the group. That's why when Lisa passed away, TLC went on the back burner. Destiny's Child was pushed to the forefront, and it was like TLC who, because they couldn't get it back together with their member passing away. It wasn't like Lisa Left Eye left the group and they replaced her. She's still alive, doing her own music, doing her own thing. No, she died. So that was devastating. The fans would not take kindly to TLC replacing a member that was deceased. That's why T-Boz and Chili still do the group to this day, just them 2. They've tried to replace Left Eye, but it has never worked.
I can't wait to go to Atlanta so I can meet TLC. Hey! I can't wait to go to Atlanta so I can meet TLC. Hey!
So it makes sense that Diddy would allegedly just have Left Eye taken out because she was the problem child of the group. So it would have been way more suspicious if all 3 members of TLC would have passed away. But since just Left Eye passed and she had a troubled past, people expected to hear these things about Left Eye. So when she passed, that wasn't unexpected, but not expected at the same time. If that would have happened to Chili or T-Boz, there would have been way more antennas in the air. But since Left Eye lived such a wild and unpredictable type of lifestyle, it did made it a little bit easier to drink in hearing that it was Left Eye instead of one of the other members of the group to make it less inconspicuous. Story short, in 2001 is when Destiny's Child really started to take off, which was the same year Aaliyah passed away later on that year in August. And Destiny's Child wins Grammys, etc. They're ready to go to the next level of stardom, but they can't necessarily do that with TLC on the rise. The album Fan Mail came out in 1999, which produced huge hits like No Scrubs, etc. So TLC really had a lot of anticipation for their next album, which would not have helped Destiny's Child when they're trying to release their next studio album the following year as well. Lisa Left Eye Lopez passes away, and the group never recovered. They started having so many issues as of the year of 2002. After the release of their third album, Fan Mail, TLC experienced a period of turmoil, including contract issues, personal struggles, and the tragic passing of Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Despite these challenges, they released their fourth album, 3D, in 2002. They were working on their album before Lisa Left Eye passed away. She passed away that year, and the contract issues made it a lot harder for them to release said album. And on top of that, they're depressed, they're sad, they are missing the core unit of the group and also part of the glue that kept them so successful. So they're trying to figure out, how do we go on without our sister, etc. Destiny's Child also went down to 3. When did Destiny's Child go down to 3 members? In the year 2000. In 1999 is when they were still 4. And that's when the supergroup TLC dropped their biggest album to date, which was Fan Mail. It didn't get bigger than that group-wise, let alone girl group. So what did Beyonce and their team do to compete? They got rid of Farrah, made her the problem child, and got rid of her so that they could compete with TLC directly. 3 on 3. Left Eye passes away in 2002, and Destiny's Child is still a trio, but is pushed to the forefront because now they have so much turmoil and things going on over there trying to keep the TLC brand afloat, while Destiny's Child brand is being pushed because they're releasing music, they're dropping videos, they're doing concerts, appearances. People are falling in love with them while TLC is grieving. And while that's happening, we're getting a lot of Destiny's Child. So they're getting a lot of attention that would have normally went to TLC. So TLC fans are hungry. They want to be fed. They want new music. They want basically the Destiny's Child before Destiny's Child to drop another album. And the album 3D wasn't really clear on a release date. And honestly, the fans didn't know how to take just seeing 2 people come out on stage when Left Eye has so much energy. Her rapping skills were up to par. We don't know what to do. And it showed. If you look back on the year of 2002 for TLC, that was their worst year ever. The rollout for their album was destroyed, and so was their public appearances. How can you go on a show like TRL, 106 in Park, anywhere like that, and promote your album and get your fans excited when one of the members is deceased? And it just happened. So it's not like the album came out, they got to do their rollout, they're getting ready to go on tour and whatnot, and then boom, Lisa passes away. No, this happens beforehand. The album wasn't even finished when Lisa passed. That is what Chili and T-Boz were trying to get her to do, was finish and complete the album. But Left Eye was more concerned about her own solo career, which, she should be. Left Eye was also depressed because her dropping her first solo album did not go as she wanted it to, which made her defiant and kind of didn't want to do music at all. She kind of just pushed back and just wanted to go explore the world and enjoy the fruits of her labor, and in the process passed away. Now, while all of that's going on, Destiny's Child is thriving. When people see them, they get to be happy to see them. Although they've lost members and stuff in the group, none of them passed away. So it's okay. It just simply didn't work out. But the 3 women were beloved. So it makes sense that allegedly Diddy would have had Left Eye taken out for Beyonce so that Destiny's Child could succeed. Her stepping stone. Remember, Beyonce was gearing up to become a solo artist. Destiny's Child was always the stepping stone. That's why allegedly Aaliyah had to go so that Beyonce could shine on her own when it was time for her to leave the group and excel. And then you have Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Again, 1999, the super album, Fan Mail drops, No Scrubs, all of that hits the scenes. And then in the year 2000, Destiny Child dropped down to a trio. So the year after TLC makes this huge album, now all of a sudden, Destiny's Child is just 3 members and remained those same 3 members to be direct competition to TLC. So then Left Eye goes, and now Destiny's Child can thrive so that Beyonce can get the notoriety that she needs to break out as a solo artist. So TLC was technically holding Destiny's Child back from becoming this supergroup. So somebody gotta go, allegedly, and it wasn't Destiny's Child. I digress. Let's move along. Let me know what you think in the comments below. To the article Airmail. Meanwhile, TikTokers claim that She Knows the title is a combination of Jay-Z's first name, Sean, and Beyonce's last name, Knowles. TikTok theory goes a little something like this. Michael Jackson passed because of Beyonce, and Diddy is to blame for everything. A theory is gaining popularity on the internet that Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce are behind the passings of several stars, from Tupac to the King of Pop. According to the theory, the passing of Jackson and singers Aaliyah and Left Eye were staged so as not to interfere with Beyonce's career advancement. Taylor Swift could have passed too, but she was saved and not humiliated by Kanye in 2009, who said that Beyonce's video was better, diverting suspicion from her. I had never thought about anything like this, but I found this very interesting and intriguing. So according to the theory, Kanye West, when he went on the VMA stage and interrupted Taylor Swift's 2009 acceptance speech, tried to divert the attention from Taylor Swift by coming up there saying that Beyonce's video was so much better so that nothing would happen to Taylor Swift. Because again, everybody has been putting Taylor Swift and Beyonce neck and neck in competition. As of last year, both women going on tour at the same time. Who grossed more? Who has better music? Who has better performances? Beyonce has been in direct competition with Taylor Swift, I would say, the past 10 years. Kanye allegedly went up there so that Taylor Swift would not be added onto the list because he likes her and feels that she is an innocent and shouldn't be taken out like the other people. Like, don't do her how you did Aaliyah and Left Eye and so many countless other celebrities that have gotten in your way. Kanye, being close to Diddy, allegedly, knows how Diddy gets down. So if he feels like Diddy could take out certain people that he wants to protect, then he's going to do just that. Think about Kanye going up there and taking that microphone from Taylor Swift. That was just Trey bizarre. All of us were sitting there that were watching like, like gasping, like, Kanye, no. Even Beyonce, when they put the camera on her, she's just like, Kanye, no, like, don't go up there and do that. So cut to Beyonce. Beyonce, when she won a different award that night, she let Taylor Swift come back onto the stage and give her acceptance speech. And to some people, according to this theory, the conspiracy theory, is Beyonce did that to let Taylor Swift know that she was safe, allegedly. Girl, don't worry about it. You and I, we are in competition, but not direct competition. I make music for Black people, and the other people that want to divulge can. You make music for white people, and the other people that want to divulge can. So Beyonce was like, we're doing the same thing, but we're not going to derail at any point in time. So you can stay alive for now, mama. Oh, Beehive. Would love to hear what y'all think below with this conspiracy. Do you think that Kanye went up there to save Taylor Swift? Because that makes sense, honestly. Thinking about it, Kanye going up there taking that microphone from her makes no sense at all. Because look at the energy between Jay-Z and Beyonce. You have Kanye saying that their kids are the R word, and he's consistently taking shots at Jay-Z and whatnot. He really doesn't come for Beyonce too much. And why do you think that is? If allegedly Beyonce has people in the industry that are taking people out that get in her way, why would Kanye want to be one of those people? But when it comes to Jay-Z, that's not the ending result, because Jay-Z's not in music right now. He's not dropping albums or anything. So rapping wise, he's pretty much retired, if you will. He jumps out there here and there, but overall, Jay-Z is no longer a rap artist. So I think that's why no one is really getting in his way. I think Jay-Z would be more so worried about a mogul before he would be worried about an artist. So what do you think? Do you think that's why Kanye went up there? Interesting. There's more. Another interesting coincidence, all the listed victims died on the 25th of different months, and the potential culprits were born on the 4th. Diddy was born November 4th, Beyonce was born September 4th, and Jay-Z December 4th. Also, Michael Jackson, former security guard, used to work for Diddy, and it took him a long time to call for help when Michael Jackson was dying. After that, he was mysteriously promoted to a better job. Beyonce has said throughout the entire time, pretty much she's been in the industry, that her favorite number is 4. All of this stuff goes on with Diddy, and Beyonce doesn't say a word. Jay-Z doesn't say a word, besides the fact that he and Diddy are not friends. This is getting eerie. There's so much more to break down with this situation. Diddy's ex-security guard, it is true, he did work for Michael Jackson and was there the day that Michael Jackson passed away, was one of the people that could have gotten Michael help or assistance sooner than assistance actually came. So it always gave that people were waiting around for Michael to pass that day instead of trying to help him live. What do you think? There is so much more to this story. I hope you all enjoyed. I love you all. I will see you on the next installment of Surviving Beyonce. When I say this is just the beginning, it's just the beginning. Bye.